Hello, and welcome to another fascinating podcast from Ayurvedic Elements. In previous episodes, we discussed Vata and Pitta doshas and how to prevent diseases created by the imbalances of these energies. Today, we will focus on Kapha dosha, which ancient Ayurveda practitioners found that Kapha governs everything from our physical structure to our emotional stability. What's really interesting is how they connected it to earth and water elements. So, what exactly happens in our bodies when kapha is doing its thing?
Think of it like the body's natural shock absorber and lubricant. It's responsible for joint health, immune function, and even emotional resilience. People with strong kapha typically have these amazing physical traits: well-built frame, naturally moisturized skin, thick hair. But here's the catch. They also tend to gain weight more easily than others.
Ha! Sounds like there's a delicate balance at play here.
Yeah, when kapha gets out of balance, it's like everything goes into slow motion. Modern research shows that about 30% of people have predominantly kapha characteristics, and they're particularly susceptible to conditions like seasonal affective disorder and metabolic syndrome.
That's quite a significant percentage. And it's often our modern lifestyle that's the culprit that typically throws kapha off balance. The traditional texts warn against excessive dairy, cold foods, and sedentary behavior, basically describing the average weekend Netflix binge with ice cream. Studies show that people with kapha dominance who eat late at night are 23% more likely to experience weight gain.
Oh, wow, that's a pretty striking statistic. Traditional Ayurveda prescribes specific herbs like trikatu, which research has shown can increase metabolism by up to 15%. But here's what's really cool. They also found that exercising before 10 a.m. can be twice as effective for kapha types compared to evening workouts.
That's incredible that they pinpointed such specific timing. What other practical solutions have been found?
Recent studies have shown that incorporating certain spices like ginger and black pepper can increase thermogenesis by up to 20%. But beyond just the physical aspects, they found that kapha types who engage in regular morning exercise report a 40% improvement in mood and energy levels.
These connections between timing, diet, and wellness are remarkable. How does someone know if they should follow these kapha balancing practices?
Well, there are some clear indicators. If you tend to gain weight easily, feel sluggish in the morning, or notice you're more affected by cold, damp weather, those are classic kapha signs. Modern practitioners have developed assessment tools that show about 85% accuracy in identifying dominant doshas.
That's quite precise for an ancient system. What about the emotional aspects? Is there any research on that?
Research has shown that kapha dominant individuals typically have higher levels of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, which explains their naturally nurturing nature. But when imbalanced, they're also 25% more likely to experience depression during winter months.
So, how do you strike the right balance without going too far in either direction?
The key is gradual changes. Studies show that implementing just 3 kapha balancing practices, like morning exercise, warm spiced foods, and regular sleep schedules, can lead to a 45% improvement in energy levels within just 2 weeks. It's about working with your natural constitution, not against it.
Hmm, these findings really bridge the gap between ancient wisdom and modern science.
And what's really exciting is that current research is validating many of these ancient practices. For instance, a recent study showed that people following kapha balancing principles experienced a 30% improvement in metabolic markers and a 40% reduction in inflammatory indicators. It's not just about weight or energy, it's about overall health optimization.
Sounds like we're just scratching the surface of understanding these connections.
You know what's really promising? Research institutions are now studying these traditional systems. They're finding that these personalized approaches to health, based on body types like kapha, might be key to addressing many of our modern health challenges. It's like we're rediscovering ancient wisdom through the lens of modern science. If you like today's session and want to learn more about longevity Ayurveda, do check out our other podcasts and educational content at our website ayurvedic.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Till we meet next time, stay healthy, stay well, and live your best life.